All right, so new day here. The other night, got both the utes primed in the end. I was filming it, but I ran out of camera space, so that's all right. Both of the utes have 3 coats of the Sprylac primer, filler, whatever you call it. I'll give you a close-up of the can in a second, but super happy. They all look much better now. When it's all filler work and sanded back, you can sort of get a bit confused. It's a lot to deal with, a lot to see. But now when you have a look like this, you can see sort of where you're going with it. You can see, all right, the hard work's paid off. We're getting there. So if you have a look, it's pretty good. There's enough material on there to work with. You can see the lines nicely. Tailgates are all fixed up. There's a lot of work in the tailgates, but we can see them coming together now. But now I have to prep up all the panels, the guards, the body kit for both the utes. Same story, so we'll buzzer back 180, do all the filler repairs, get that sorted, orbital it again, put them in high build. I think the only other thing we're gonna do is weld up the aerial holes on both the guards for both the utes, and then we're in business. But I'll quickly show you the primer so you guys know what I'm using. It's this one here, right? Wasn't too bad for a kit. I think this plus this is about 160, I want to say. So I use the full kit, priming up both of those. Gives you an idea. All right, let's get into the panels. All right, so we're up to the guards while we got filler drying on the bars and side skirts. Just slapped a little bit of dolphin glaze after I orbitaled it all back, and so yeah, dolphin in all the little fucking scratches and whatnot. So that's drying. We're onto the guards. So there's a few dents I'm going to knock out of these guards and the other ones over there. But I'm also going to delete the aerial hole, because when's the last time you actually used the radio in your car? I don't know about you, but if the car's got a Bluetooth head unit, straight away Spotify, buzz, you know what I mean? No worries. So I feel like I don't see myself in the foreseeable future listening to radio again. It fucking drives me insane. So we picked up 2 Bluetooth Apple CarPlay head units for the utes. So no mucking around there. So what I'm going to do is get a bit of paper, sit it on there, right? And then this is a bit hard one-handed, but I just sort of rub my finger around the outside. Like I said again, while you're holding the phone, a bit difficult, but you can see, you get an outline. So I sit it there, rub my finger around it, cut it out, transfer it over to a bit of steel, cut that out, linish that back, weld it in. Again, when we're welding this, thin, very thin metal these cars are made of. So a couple tack welds, get the air blower, cool it down, couple tack welds, air blower, so on and so forth. Let's get that done now. All right, and that's that. Those welded up. Time to buzz back the guards, find the dents, knock a few out, dolphin glaze, and let's see. I've got a few more hours left to me tonight, and let's see if we can get all of this stuff in primer. Then we'll be in a good position. Finally, side skirts, end caps, front bars, guards, all ready for primer. So as you've seen, we did the aerial delete on both the cars, done that, skimmed the tops with filler. There was a few little dents, got that done, finished all the guards, bumpers, everything in 180 grit with the orbital. About to lay some primer filler, Sprylac stuff, same as we laid on the car, on all the bits and pieces. We're pushing forward, we're pushing through it, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's hard, but you got to keep your head in the game, get it done. It seems like a long time when you're doing it, but when you look back, it's like, fuck, that was actually pretty quick. So let's keep going, pump it out. All right, guys, so I'm just here at the shop today, and a good friend of mine, Bill, has just stopped by. So Bill used to be at the body shop. Now he is working for, I think it's called Pure Wax Products. So what he does is 3D, basically 3D products, and that is the only polishing products I use. There's no additives, no bullshit in it. I'm telling you, my personal opinion, right? I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Any of these detailers out there, you need to be using 3D products, especially if you're here in SA. I think it's an SA brand. Use the 3D stuff. I use it. There's 2 products I use. You don't need to have a million things, right? But what Bill offers, right, I'm going to put the details below so you can go in the description, have a look. He comes to you. Doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter if you're at your house, at a shop, whatever. Bill will come to you with the van, right? You can use everything that I use here. Everything that I use. So what I like to use, the 501, the 510, those 2 right there, plus one of those. 520. So 520. So usually what I use, all the cars, 510, 520, right? This can come to your house. Every product, everything you need. This is Bill. He's a friendly bloke. All right, please support local, right? He's one of the boys. We're not, you know, trying to shove anything down your throat, but if I can help someone, that's, you know, that's always helped me. We're going to do it, you know what I mean? Over a corporation or something like that, that's more important to me. So I'll put the details down below. Give Bill a ring.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, Friday now. This is what I do on a Friday night, by the way. It's like 11 p.m. I've got nothing else to do, so I'm at the shop. Always got to be productive, no matter what, bro. Have a look in here, in the booth. Bit of a mess at the moment, but I've got all the panels, molding, bars, body kits, everything primed, finished. I didn't record that because it was just the same thing as we were doing with the bumpers, with the body, everything. Buzz it back, feather the scratches, bit of dolphin, bit of this, bit of that, everything fixed. But now these utes have been in primer for a week. Yeah, about a week now. Obviously, ideally, you want to leave it a little bit longer for shrink back and all that sort of stuff. But it's Jake we're dealing with here, so we're going to be pushing things, and time is money, as you know. So primed, left it. What we're going to do now is grab some of this Bodyworks guide coat. Right, it's killer stuff. Buy this, it's good for like your final blocking and everything, or any sort of blocking. Beautiful stuff. I'm going to go over the car. The whole car coated in this and get to blocking. All right, so what I've decided I'm going to use with the block, because obviously, like I said, I've used a whole primer kit between those 2 just on these panels. We're going to use, where is it? 320. This rapid stuff, I got it from Paint Tech. On the longer block. This block here, 320, guide coat it, block it, right? We're going to find all the highs and lows with the guide coat. So I'll put some time lapse in, and we'll see, you'll see it as it sort of time lapses across. You'll see the highs, the lows, all that sort of stuff. 320 blocked the car. I've done the blue one first. Then I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the cars in 800. I decided, fuck, we're going to go the extra mile, get them a little bit better. Paint's going to lay down a little bit nicer as well. So what I did is I've just finished the 320, then I went over to the car with an orbital sander with the interface pad and some 500 grit, right? So 500 orbitaled the car, killer. And now, on top of that, I've blown it off real quick. It's a fucking mess. This part of the job is just a fucking full shit house. Look at the floor and it's gonna be a sludge bath in a minute. 800 wet rub with a small block. I'm gonna quickly smash the car out. And then that's that. Pressure wash the cunt. Get it happening. So yeah, that's the process. So obviously 320 block, 500 orbital, dry, and then 800 wet. That'll finish it off nicely. But we can already see, you can sort of see, we're getting a bit of that shine to the car. You know what I mean? That's what we want. Smooth, got a bit of a shine. And the reason I didn't jump straight to the 800 is I just figured we'll get some of the scratches out with the 500, make the 800 just go a little bit quicker, a bit nicer, and we'll get it happening. Back. So, update, what I'm up to now is I've finished wet rubbing both the utes. So, the blue ones, all done, 800, gone around all the edges, and I've pressure washed it. So, every time I finish wet rubbing one of these, it's an absolute mess. Pressure wash the car inside and out. It's way better. Like, you can try and clean it up as you go. That's good, but at the end of the day, when we're all finished, all said and done, pressure wash the car everywhere, underneath, get all that dust out. You're gonna have a better result when it comes to painting. So that's what I'm up to on this one. So just spent a bit of time, got in all around the edges, around the window, around the door handle, smoothed all the edges, just going over the whole thing. Check your work, clean it up, make it nice. It's gonna be worth it in the end. It is a lot easier doing these new cars, I've noticed, than the old stuff. Like, I don't do a lot of new stuff. Way easier to get as well. But we can have a look. When you get something in 800, you can sort of, you know what I mean? You can sort of see the gloss. Now, this isn't clean, obviously, yet. There's still a bit of sludge. But we can see the reflection on that rear quarter. That's looking good. Where that damaged area was. Happy with all of this. So it's hard to see, especially when there's like a heap of sludge on it, but see that? It looks like there's a dent here, but there's actually not. It's just where the fucking sanding mark is there. But yeah, you look down that quarter panel, down the door, Nice. Super happy. So I'm going to pressure wash this now, inside out, boom. Get it all cleaned up, call it a day, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll be jumping in the booth. First time for a while, I haven't been on the gun for a hot minute. And painting the blue one first. The thing I hate most when it comes to masking a car, and I'm sure some of you guys would know what I'm talking about, is you have that dry sanding sludge or even dust, and you try and backmask something and the tape won't stick and you lose your temper, and it's ruins your whole day. So we're just going to try and eliminate any of those angry moments, make the job as easy as we can for ourselves, because it's already hard enough to go to this extent with the car. So don't make it any harder than it has to be, is what I'm saying. Let's just have a quick look at it while it's wet. Reflection, so you'll see what I'm looking at now a little bit better than before. So we can see it's looking super nice. Just how we want it. I like the way that looks. So it's D-Day. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to go for 2 cars in one day, and then we'll see how we go. But first up's the blue ute. Obviously last night we cleaned it out, pressure washed it. I've cleaned the booth, that's ready. I'm going to go around the car now. So before it goes into the booth, I'm going to back mask as much as I can. So put the sticky tape on the back surface. So when we lay the plastic over it, we can spray the whole panel. So I'll do all the door jams, mask all them, mask underneath the bonnet, all that sort of stuff, inside the tailgate, rolling into the booth, and lay a sheet of plastic over it. In a minute, I'll show you the technique I'm going to use inside the doors. And we'll get into it. And then obviously prep sol. Let's get going. Me and Jed were just reminiscing about strippers, but I thought I'd just touch base on the car. So soft edge down here, I've just cut it so you can go around the curves nicely. Bit of paper under there, bit of paper over there. When I'm ready, I'll shut the door. That'll break the latch and it'll just sort of close nicely. Back mast up there, fuel flat mast. Inside the edge of the tailgate, mast up. Again, this side mast. Bonnet back mast. So we're ready now to put it in the booth, throw a sheet over it, close the doors, get this show on the road. I really miss Peaches. I would marry it, to be honest. Yeah. You know how it is. It's just got a nice bottom. We got Big Sam watching me today, so I'm a bit nervous. Supervisor's here. But it's all masked up now. Looking good, looking gravy. So now we're just going to give it a prep sol, twice, tack rag, get it all ready, blow a bit of spot primer, the De Beer shit, the good shit, over a few rub throughs, and get in the booth. This is the spot primer I use, good stuff. All right, let's get in there. All right, so I just got the spot primer, like I said. Now this is how I use it. After you've tack ragged and done everything, you don't want to run it. This stuff runs pretty easy, so you just spray it on nicely. Any sort of rub throughs, you just want to do a little coat on it, and you paint straight over it because it's so thin. Sometimes you gotta go around the car once and go around again. Nice and even. Try not to feather it out and make a mess of the rest of the panel you cleaned up. But again, who am I? I'm not a professional, but seems to work. Let's get the next thing's paint. Right, so base coat is done. Had a few dramas, but all sorted. I used the Valspar base on this job, I will say, because I normally use the De Beer base coat, but I thought I would try and save a little bit of money, use the Valspar stuff, because it is literally like half the price. There is a noticeable difference, all right? So if you're looking at choosing one of the two, fucking hell, I can't even talk, the fumes have got to my head. The De Beer is a lot more thicker, and you get a lot more, I don't know, coverage with the paint. This Valspar stuff, I had to do a few coats, let it fully flash off, come back in. It was definitely a bit translucent, and I had to put a fair few coats on to get that full coverage. So just something to keep in mind. I think they both do the job. You just gotta be prepared to use a little bit more of the Valspar base compared to the De Beer. But next is the clear, so we'll let that flash off now. Mix up some clear. We're using the De Beer, I think it's 104, so good stuff. We'll see how that goes. All right, here we go. So all the paint is laid. I am super happy with the result. So for the time limit, what we just did, very happy. There's a bit of dust, a bit of peel, but nothing major. And it's come out beautifully. Beautifully. So how good's the blue? Fresh Turismo blue, amazing. It's actually got some metallic in it too, so super wrap. We'll get this out. Chuck the black one in the booth. That's all masked, ready to go. Super happy. I'll give you guys a little walk around. Look at that. A few little specks, stuff, but super happy. Can't complain. This is gonna look wild out in the sunlight. And yeah, going for 2 cars one day. So that'll be a first, but you gotta challenge yourself. I'm stoked. It makes me so happy when you stand back and it hasn't turned into a fucking Usain Bolt. Kill. So it's 10:30 now. Second car's in the booth. Can't wait, about to spray this one. So I'm so excited at this point. I can't explain it enough. Like, it's been a whole big week. And when you're just working every day, it's like, it drags on. You feel like the end goal is not attainable. But now seeing color on this thing, about to lay color on that, there's some relief. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm so happy. So stick with it. Let's get that sprayed out and check them out. All right, here we are. Another day, another dollar. Here is the ute out the booth. I'm super stoked. Check it out. It's been sitting out in the shop, so there's a little bit of stuff on it, a little bit of dust on it, but it came out super nice. I am totally wrapped, so again, yeah, just super wrapped. I'm happy to finally have the 2 painted. We still got plenty to go, so we still got all the body kit, the guards, bonnet for this car, but check it out. I love it. So it's got a bit of extra metallic in this color. You can see the blue speck, so we put a bit of blue pearl through it, so that's looking real nice. I just wanted it to be phantom with just something in. I needed something in, otherwise what's the point of going to all this effort? You know what I mean? But yeah, pretty happy. That quarter came out killer. Real nice and straight. And obviously it's gonna come up even better once we polish it. So there is still bits of dust in it, whatnot, but again, super happy. Super happy. Super happy. I'm super keen to take this for a cruise. When this is done, just drive it, man. Drive it. I love it. You know, sometimes you do a job, you put all the hard work in, and it just pays off, and it's just such a good feeling. Especially a black car. I've been sort of just craving doing a little bit of a black car. I haven't done a black car for a while, so to do this one and it to be my car, rip, I'm happy. But then this one over here, again, I still spent a fair bit of time on this, but but nowhere near as much time, like getting the body right smack on as the black one. But it turned out ripper as well. So, see it? Beautiful. And the metallic in this is super cool. Usually you see the Turismo cars and they're all faded and fucked, but when you see it fresh, it's super nice. I don't know if you can see the metallic, but very cool. It's real subtle because it looks like a solid color from this far away, but when you get real close, you get that metallic. I think the reason I like this one the most at the moment is just because it has the SIGs on it. So anyway, tonight I'm going to get back into wet rubbing some of these panels. So I don't think we're going to paint anything tonight. But tomorrow I'll be in the booth again. A load of black stuff, a load of blue stuff. So we've got the guards to do. Jed's been helping out. He's got that seal panel wet rubbed, the bars wet rubbed. That's what's happening. But apart from that, I've been working on my sister's car. It's her first car, so she brought a repairable ride-off. Brand new Suzuki Swift, so just pulling the front out of that. Got that all good today. And unfortunately, last night, disaster strike. And we might be an engine down in the truck. So, bit of a bummer. I'm a little bit heartbroken because I love that thing. But we'll come back better than ever. It's always the way though, isn't it? So, that will be another episode, another problem. But let's get into some wet rubbing. Face. Aussie.
Aussie, Blackie.
Anyway, we're here at Aussie Tyres, Woodville. This is where I have two places I go for tyres in Adelaide. It's either Elio's Majestic Road, Elio's Majestic Tyres on Tapley Hill Road, or Aussie Tyres. Nav and a really good friend of mine, Geordie, run the place. But yeah, we're getting some wheels on the walkies that we got from KOSTER Automotive. So we're going with some 2, 3, 5, 30 20s, 8.5s and 9.5s, ready to go. Panther wheels. Oh yeah. It'll be for him just to simple issues. Correct? Leave over there.
I see what happens when you fucking them off.
Anyway, this is the showroom here. We finally finished. I got on the tools a little bit there. I'm definitely not cut out to be a tyre fitter. I need a bit more practice. But here's the showroom, Aussie Tyres. It's got aircon. It's got Geordie. It's got Nav. Come down, have a yarn, have a water, talk some shit with the boys. And definitely come buy some stuff. Geordie do deals. What do you reckon, Jed?
They're alright, eh?
Went to AUTOPRO. Picked up some wheel nuts. We're gonna chuck the wheels on now. So with this ute, I'm not a big fan of the walkies, but not only do we have the walkies, but we've got one more trick up our sleeve for these wheels. So it's not quite finished yet, but these wheels going on the blue ute and the SIGs are going on the black ute. But obviously, both the set of wheels need to still be painted. They're gonna be refurbished real killer. We're gonna do that. And these ones, even though they're brand new, we got one more trick up our sleeve. But keep in mind, neither of the utes are slammed yet, so that's definitely going to affect the look. So we're going to have the wheels on, and that's one thing. But when the first time when we air the utes out, we get them on the ground, that's going to have a whole nother look, all right? So don't judge it yet. All right, fuck me. We're getting to the home stretch. So this is the last load of stuff for the blue car. All in the booth, all masked up. Cleaned that all last night with the pressure washer. It's dried off. All I've got left to do now is go around prep sol twice, get it all ready, and we'll do our first load of stuff for today. Hopefully we can get the black stuff in tonight as well. It's Friday now. Gonna have the video out on Sunday, so pushing along. I'm excited. We're getting there. We're getting there. Also, just a little quick tip. We've got to give those quick tips. You got to be creative how you mount some stuff. You got to think about where you're mounting it, how it's going to affect it. All these plastics and stuff here, I like to prop up with a little bit. You can do this a little bit better than this, but this is all right. The reason I'll prop something up is if you have this edge sitting on this and the clear connects this to this, you pull it off, it's going to have like a little weird edge. So you want the clear to be able to go around and underneath, you know what I mean? So just make sure you don't have any contact with the trestles. Here's another example. So that's a few things I think about, but we're pretty much ready to rock and roll. Right, there we are, boys. Last of the blue stuff all painted, except for the hard lid, but we're gonna have to tackle that another day. Everything has come up Mickey Mouse. Again, a few little bits of dust, but nothing major. Check that out. Beautiful. Nice and flat. Guards all fixed up. Aerial delete. Look at that. That's what we want. Happy days. Thank you, Jed. Jed was doing a bit of wet rubbing with me on this, so he's done a good job for his first time. One load done. Let's put the black stuff in and finish it off. It is like 2:30 a.m. I'm completely fucked. It's Friday night. Last load. Let's get it done. I'm gonna get in the booth now. I'll show you when it's done, and then we will wrap up the video tomorrow. Let's finish off the week strong. Hopefully, no runs. I've been on an absolute winning streak at the moment. I haven't got a single run in either of the utes, like not even a little dag or anything. Totally wrapped. So let's see if we can finish it off strong here. Here we are, just finished laying the clear. We'll switch off the fans and have a quick look, and then call it a day. Maybe put a few things on the cars, make them look a little bit more complete. But let's have a quick suss. Hopefully no runs. All right. Oh, nice. Again, beautiful. Super happy so far. Even this whole job, both the cars, the amount of dust in the paint job, I'm super happy with how it's all come out. But I think a lot of it comes down to your cleanliness, your pressure washing the panels and the cars before you chuck everything in the booth. Cleaning. And again, guys, this is just a homemade setup. Me and Mark made this booth out of some pallet racking and end sheets. Look at that, beautiful. I fucked up the other guard a little bit. I don't know if we can see it, but I had a sweat drop come out of my mask and land on the panel just here. So tried to wipe it off, but you can see there's a bit of a fucking bullshit right at the bottom here. But you get that, even if we have to flow coat just this guard, fix that up. Rest of it, super happy. Super happy, hard work pays off. Look at that. So keen to see these together with the body kits. The brand new rear bumper sections, beautiful. And the side skirts. But, like I said, hard work pays off. It's been a big week and a half. 2 weeks, I think, on these cars. And it's finally time for the fun bit, which is putting some bits and pieces on them. We still got a little bit of paint to do, tiny bit. I'll probably do it off camera. Just the rear sections behind the rear window on both the utes. The reason I left that off as well was sometimes you don't want to make the job harder than it needs to be. So if I was to mask and paint this rear section when I was doing the bodies, it would have added in an extra step that is easy enough to do afterwards. Yeah, just a headache in masking. Bit difficult to paint it. Could have been done, but I felt that it was going to be easier to do that afterwards. Also, here's the bonnet. So that's all cool, done. See the metallic in this, really nice. You wouldn't read about it. Little intermission from some work. Look at him, look at Tom go! Get it! No brakes! What are you doing?
Right, we got JTK video.
Don't you hit my ute.
I don't know. Right, well, I just blew my load. But what I'm doing here now is obviously next thing is the headlights for the VZ. Fucked. Right now you can hear a million wives' tales about how to do them, but you just get some cutting compound, wall pad, like this, maybe a little bit less compound than that. And you just polish them, right? So we'll do a little bit here, and it's still going fucking everywhere. Right, this is, like I said, a little bit too much compound.
You should have done this in a cinematic.
What do you mean?
Do it in a cinematic, bro. It'll look more like...
Nah.
It's a 3-stage headlight restoration.
Where's my rag?
You're gonna ceramic coat those?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, right, as you can see, 2 seconds in, I don't know if you can see.
Here you go. Oh, fine.
Nah, don't show them. But it's coming up better. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to continue persisting with these. I'll go over it a little bit more with the wall pad, then switch to like a foam pad. One of these bad boys. All the parts I'm doing from now on, anything that hasn't been painted gets detailed. Clean it up a little bit, put it on the car. Nuts and bolts, paint them, wire wheel them, whatever you have to do. Put it on nicely, take your time, and the whole result will be better. All right, let's touch base when we get everything on. good, that's good, that's good, bro. Fuck!
Oh, but the level of it was out of control. Well, I think day 2's better than day 1.
So guys, check that out. So, big day today. I didn't want it to be a big day. It's Saturday now. I gotta get a video out for you guys tomorrow. I got stuck into the utes today. I did a fair bit more than what I expected. So, the body kit's on, both the utes, fuel flap, surrounds around the roof, line the front guards up, front bar, lights, foggies in, both utes. So, a fair bit more progression happening. I am wrapped with how they're coming out. So still, for me personally, there's a few more things I need to do before I can really start to see the utes looking how I want them to. Obviously, we still got a tiny little bit more paint to do on both the utes. We're gonna do the bonnet for the black ute, the top side. We need to do the underneath the rear window, do a little color blow in on both of them. We still got plenty to do. But it's been a massive week and a half, 2 weeks on these utes. It's finally starting to pay off. So once you get all that hard work done, all the rubbing, everything, it goes together nicely. So this is the point we're at now. Obviously, every bit we put on the utes, they're just getting better and better and better. So I didn't film too much today. I filmed a little bit of stuff, but not a lot. But I think that's a wrap for this week's episode. So you got to see some painting, a bit of direction, a few laughs. I hope you got something out of it. But what we're gonna do is, I reckon I'll be back, safe to say, in a fortnight, the latest, with another video on these utes, because I gotta keep going on them until they're done. Well, I've got a few other little commitments I have to attend to, but these are a pretty pressing thing for me at the moment. But next week, what we're gonna do is refurbish both the wheels, so the SIGs, get all the rash fixed up, paint those. We're gonna do some paint work on the wheels for the Turismo ute. We're going to, in the meantime, obviously I'll finish off all the paint work. I've got a new custom interior for the black ute. We've got airbags for both the utes, so we're gonna do airbag setups on both of them. We'll do some exhaust work, and we'll get these things looking absolutely dialed. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed. I'm dead, I'm ready to relax, but tomorrow I've got to edit all day, so hopefully get the video out. Thank you for watching. Sorry it's been so long, but hopefully we get some rhythm coming. Summer's coming, Summer Nuts is coming, heaps of stuff going on, so I love you guys. Ciao, bye.